here in the Foxwoods Marine Theater. But before we get into that, I want to introduce you to the stars of today's show. Let's go ahead and meet them. The first sea lion you're going to meet is working with me today. This is Jetty. Jetty is one of our 6-year-old sea lions. He is about 150 pounds, and he's going to show you a great big sea lion spin. Check it out. Working our way down the stage, we have an 8-year-old sea lion. This is Boomerang. Boomerang's a little over 300 pounds. He's working with his trainer, Julie, today. We're going to see if he has something fun to share for his introduction. A dance. And now this is our youngest and smallest sea lion, all the way to your far right. This is little Pip. Pip is only about 1.5 years old. She's about 70 pounds. She's working with her trainer, Courtney, today. Now, being the newest addition, she's still learning a lot of her very first behaviors with us in the theater. For her introduction, she's going to show you a sea lion spin. And our final sea lion is pretty hard to miss. In the center of the stage is Coco. He's our 28-year-old, 650-pound sea lion. He is definitely large and in charge of here, and today he's working with Kim. Watch this. One more, just in case you weren't sure, it's a spin. Well, now you've met all of our stars, so let's start off our show today talking about a popular question we get asked. How do you tell the difference between sea lions and seals? A lot of people do get them confused, but they're pretty different. So I'm going to give you some tips today. Hopefully you'll be able to tell which one is which. First off, though, on the big screen, you're going to see a picture of a seal. There he is. One thing you'll notice about that seal is he has very short front flippers. If you compare his to a sea lion, you know what? Sea lions have longer front flippers.
Wow.
An interesting fact about a sea lion's flipper is if you looked at an X-ray, they have a similar bone structure to the human hand. They have 5 digits. You and I, we have 5 fingers on our hands. Seals and sea lions, they move very differently, especially when it comes to swimming. A sea lion uses those powerful front flippers in an up and down wing-like motion to pull itself through the water. But a seal has to move very differently. They have used their hind flippers. So what they do is move those hind flippers from side to side, and it pushes the seal through the water. So they do have different size flippers, move differently in the water. They move differently on land as well. Looking at our animals, you'll notice they do sit upright. They support a lot of that body weight on their big front flippers. One thing you may not know is they have a rotating hip bone. And that means they can rotate their hind flippers underneath themselves and stand up on all fours. Now it's important they do this because of where they're found. Off the coast of California, Washington, Oregon, even the Galapagos Islands. And because these shores are rocky, sea lions need to be really good at climbing. Ours climb that wall. Good. Now one thing that makes them good climbers is the fact that they can independently move each one of their front flippers. Jetty and Boomerang can demo this because they know how to dance. If we had a seal up here, it would not move like a sea lion. Again, short front flippers, they lack that rotating hip bone. The only thing a seal does on land, well, it just sort of flops along on its belly. So Jetty has a pretty good seal impression, and we're going to see if we can highlight that for all of you. This is seal impression.
Oh.
Not bad, right? Let's hear it for Jetty. So the next time you're trying to figure out, hey, am I looking at a sea lion or a seal? Just think about the size of the animal's flippers. How are they moving them on land or in the water? You're going to be able to tell. Now we'll talk about how perfectly adapted a sea lion is for its life in the ocean. You see, they're excellent hunters, and one reason is because they have extremely flexible necks. A sea lion's neck is so flexible, they can even touch their nose all the way to their spine. Now that flexible neck comes in handy. They swim through schools of thousands of fish. They stretch out that long neck, and they can catch a fish from any angle around their body. But once a sea lion has a fish, it holds onto it. They have a powerful tooth and jaw structure not real confident. But he's supposed to turn and face all of you, all the way to the front. Open. Good, that wasn't bad.
Wow, he's a genius.
Surprisingly. Well, you know, we might need a little bit of a closer look. So if you do check out the big screen, that is what the inside of a sea lion's mouth looks like. You can see just how many teeth they have, but they don't use those teeth to chew their fish. They swallow fish down whole in one big gulp. We're going to have a little fun with this fact right now, because some of our sea lions have been trained to hold a fish until the trainers clap. And once we clap, that fish disappears pretty quick, so keep an eye on it. All right, Jetty. It's really tempting for a sea lion to hold a fish. Boomerang and Jetty are hanging on strong, so let's see if they can wait for Julie and I to clap. Now let's try this behavior again. This time, though, let's get you involved. We'll give a few of our sea lions another fish. Once they have it, I'll count to 3. I want all of you to clap your hands together one time. We're going to take a clap here on stage. Let's see if they eat the fish for you or if they wait for their trainer. They are supposed to wait, so we'll see how they do. Now, Boomerang's actually going to make his way out to that floating island, Julie, so you keep a very close eye on him. Let's see if he can do this. All right, he's got his fish. Just barely. Warm up your hands. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Listen to all of you just continuously clapping over there. He is still holding on strong, even though there's some cheaters. Can they wait for Julie? There we go. Let's hear it. Well, hopefully by now you realize just how intelligent sea lions are. In fact, recent studies have shown they're one of the most intelligent of all marine mammals. They have the ability to use logic and recognition. Now, we wanted to highlight this in our show, so what we've done is train our sea lions to recognize specific objects, and we chose shapes. So my lovely friend Kim here is going to hang some shapes on the back wall. Each of our sea lions has been trained to recognize one of them. Let's see if they can find it mixed up amongst all the others. And we'll start off with little Jetty, and he has to find us a letter J. Good, he went right for it. Boomerang can go next. He is looking for the moon. Now this seems like it was pretty simple for our sea lions, right? But just in case we have any skeptics out there who think that we always place the shapes in the same spot, we're going to make this more challenging for our sea lions. We're going to rearrange the order, place them in a new location, call our sea lions back down, see if they can still find the shape. All right, let's have Boomerang go first. Where is that moon? Nice job. And Jetty and Jay. So finding a shape on the back wall is just the beginning. For over 40 years, California sea lions have been helping the United States Navy find and recover lost equipment from the open ocean. It's impressive work. We have to have some video footage, so we take a look. Here we are at San Diego Bay, California with the United States Navy. In just a minute, that trainer will hand the sea lion a tool designed with a hook and a rope attached. He's going to take it to dive several hundred feet searching for that lost equipment. He locates it, attaches the hook, and will even pull it back and forth to make sure it's secure. Then the Navy staff's going to simply pull those equipment up by the rope. Now, it's not just because of their intelligence that they do work with the Navy, it's also because of their agility. And that means that they move well on land and in the water. So right now, let's have some fun. We're going to highlight the grace, speed, and agility of our sea lions for all of you. For this, just sit back, relax, and enjoy.